Well, a big thanks to the 800 people who've subscribed so far to Camilla and I. Well, hello, good morning and welcome to the New Forest. And this morning on Camilla and I, we're trying to photograph small birds. So today on Camilla and I, we've parked up at Milkham enclosure in the New Forest, where we came last year for the crossbill. And what a lovely location. And I noticed on that visit that there were a lot of small birds around. So I thought I would concentrate in this sort of area, and already I've been quite successful in the car, so linked to some quite successful small bird shots on the way here. It's always nice to set out with a clear purpose in mind and a target species that you're interested in. And the species that we're particularly interested in the New Forest, of course, is the rarity, the Dartford Warbler, which is located over there somewhere. Only problem is it's about that big, and that area is enormous. So I haven't successfully photographed the Dartford Warbler to date in the New Forest, so today is going to be different. So how are we going to set about it? Well, I know the rough area. I did actually see them last year, but I didn't actually photograph them. They flew off before I got a chance to get anywhere near them, and it was the end of the day. That was it, they were gone. So we're back in the location where we've seen them before, which is a big advantage. And then, of course, time of year, they tend to nest in gorse bushes, and it's a particularly good time for the gorse. And indeed, a lot of small birds use the gorse for protection. So, as you've seen already on Camilla and I, a lot of the photographs are of birds popped up amongst gorse. And indeed, this is the tactics really for the Dartford Warbler. Really, you have to stake out your location. Listen for the bird. It has got a distinct Dartford Warbler noise. We'll give it a go later on, see if we can get one. But anyway, if you can hide basically in an area conducive to good photography and in an area where there are Dartford Warblers, basically that's your best bet. And indeed, this is my successful tactic at Arn, indeed, of photographing the Dartford Warbler before. So of course, if anything else crops up, we will photograph it on Camilla and I. Just had a hen harrier fly past, but it was about half a mile away. So yeah, still great to see. And yeah, we don't give up any opportunities. linked to an earlier shot of a female hen harrier in this area. Yeah, so we just had a little Jenny Wren singing away, beautiful, linked to little Wren singing away in the gorse, absolutely beautiful. So what does this bird sound like? The Dartford Warbler. Well, fortunately there's a cheat app on the phone, so we can actually have a little listen. And yeah, the Dartford Warbler sounds like... Anyway, I won't play it for too long because otherwise it can confuse them. You shouldn't use these apps to lure birds in because obviously it's they're mating at the moment and you could confuse them. Well, we've been very lucky so far this morning on Camilla and I, and we've got some lovely footage of Stonechat and Wren, some beautiful meadow pipits, lovely meadow pipits, and lark. I think I got a lark this morning. I have to look back at the footage to confirm that, but yeah, hopefully I'm playing now a little bit of larking about on top of a gorse, not the usual position. At least I think it was a lark, to be checked. And indeed, yeah, just what a beautiful morning to be out. You know, the Dartford Warbler, a little bit rarer. Stonechat, Stonechat round here, 2 a penny. Really are marvellous, male and female. Beautiful, lovely bird. Yeah. So just like bird watchers, we photographers, I suppose, like to clock up first as well. And I must admit, I don't count a species in the bag until I've got a decent shot of it. So rarities are, well, few and far between. They do crop up from time to time, but yeah, I mean, it's just a record shot sometimes. And indeed, I got a first this week that I thought I'd better share with you. So make sure you watch towards the end of this video when I show you my first for this week. Well, I definitely saw a little tweeter fly into the bottom of that gorse bush. I don't think it's a Dartford Warbler, but you never know. So basically you wait for it to do the biz on the bush. I suppose it's going around the inside of the bush looking for insects, this, that and the other, and if you're really lucky it'll stick its head out the side of the gorse like this female Stonechat did last week. Yeah, peekaboo moment. And yeah, so there's a good chance once they've dived into a bush that they will appear somewhere, probably on the pinnacle. So go for the top flower if you've got to pre-focus. So camera today, well, lucky on Camilla and I, the Sony A1, still going superb, beautiful camera. Today we've got the 600mm on with the 1.4 teleconverter. So this takes us to a fabulous 840mm reach at f5.6. So real advantage here, because birds, small birds in particular, are very flighty, very shy, and it's good to be able to get them in a good size at about 25-30 foot, and then they're not spooked, so we don't have to be in full camo. Again, that provides limitations on operating your camera equipment if you're wearing a full giddy suit or a full over lens cover. So yeah, we try and keep it simple on Camilla and I. So at the moment also I have got the perch bird mode setting, of course 1/500th of a second, coming in at f5.6, and the in-flight mode I've reduced to just at 1,000th of a second, just to catch any action. And today, because it's small birds, I've changed the autofocus area from zone to single spot, just because something's more likely to perch and I need to get in on it fast. So as usual on Camilla and I, it pays to be out early, and indeed you do find the best action tends to happen when the birds are waking. Oh yeah, before I forget to tell you, what was that bird I got first of this week? Well, it was just a portrait of a merlin, and yeah, it's quite a rare bird, but I got it last week in the Woodford Valley, close to home, just evening shot. It was some of the last shots of the day, and the light was really fading quite rapidly, but it was lovely to get this merlin perched, because they are pretty rare. Lovely just to get it, and yeah, a first photograph, a merlin, beautiful bird, and yeah, difficult to get. Yeah, another couple of birds we were lucky with earlier in the week was the Wheatear and Dunnock. Yeah, Dunnock. But yeah, it was nice to get a Wheatear. Got one right at the top of this gorse tree, just poking out. Not quite good enough because the whole of the Wheatear is not showing. But anyway, you get the idea. Link to photo. Yeah, so we failed to get the Dartford Warbler today. Yeah, at least we're in the right area, but you have to be incredibly lucky, and they just got to pop up where you are really. And as you can see from the video, it is a vast area to cover, and the bird is about that big. And the last time I saw them up here, there were only half a dozen, and they flew off well into the distance. So it's potluck as usual. Well, I thought I'd do a little feature on Camilla and I. My favourite photo that I've taken this week, or to be stretched, if I don't get anything in the week I'll cheat and make it in the last month. But anyway, yeah, here's a photo I did take during the week, and this is what I was really after when luckily got the shot of the merlin. And anyway, this was a shot of a brown hare, and I was just in position, hunkered down by a tree by the side of the road, and fortunately this brown hare hopped over to us, sort of ran over, did a bit of walking, bit of thing. Anyway, got a sort of dynamic jump as it came closer, because it did come pretty close. Well, I did have quite a long lens on, 600 at least. Anyway, yeah, link to my new feature, my favourite shot of the week. Not necessarily the rarest, but yeah, it was fun. Don't forget, if you're new here, to hit that like, subscribe and the little bell notification for future videos. As usual on Camilla and I, we do accessible wildlife photography, and this has been from Milkham in the New Forest today, only about half an hour from where I live. And yeah, anyway, I must mention a couple of protocols when photographing in the New Forest. That's basically largely stick to the car parks, because you're not allowed to park on the verges, so make sure you don't park on the verges. I've fallen foul of that at least twice this week. Ooh, don't tell anyone. But I wasn't even stationary the last time, and a local came up to me and said, "You're not allowed to park on the verges." I know, sorry. Anyway, yeah, you're not allowed to park on the verges. But anyway, hopefully you've enjoyed this video. If you have, give it a thumbs up, and look forward to seeing you in the next one. Beautiful today, absolutely gorgeous. Oh, have a good one. Bye from Camilla and I.